Hi, I'm Andrew with SureFire here at SHOT Show 2015. We're going to go over some of our new products. So first up here, we have the MC1. It's a compact pistol light. It's primarily intended for concealed carry. So what it is one single AAA battery. Now it's important to run lithium batteries only. We do have some other AAA products here in the new product section that run off a rechargeable and in a loop. The rechargeable inner loops don't hold up well to the recoil abuse that a pistol will put that through. So this is meant only for the lithium AAAs. The output on this is 200 lumens. Uses a 10mm faceted reflector. The battery loads in through the front. Switchology on this is two ambidextrous momentary switches in the back. It also has a locking bar for constant on the side. So it was spec'd out to not pass a dust cover of a Glock 19, both length and width-wise. It's not meant to replace the X300 at all. It's just another option, as the X300 isn't the most concealable pistol light. So this is definitely a lot smaller, a lot more compact, something that you can run inside the waistband very easily. Very excited to get this. Realistically, I'd say third quarter of this year is when we can expect that to come to market. I don't have a price on that just yet. Moving on, the X300 Ultra. It's our highest selling weapon light. Nothing new as far as functionality goes, but we finally made a tan version that has been asked for quite some time. Same price point, it's just now we have both the black and the tan model. Moving on, we have the PMX. So it's based off our P3X Fury. The cool thing about this light is it's a dual fuel. So P for the Fury series, M for multi-fuel. It can run either 2 AA's or 3 123 batteries. It's 200 lumens when you're running the AA's and 1,000 lumen as far as high output goes on the 123s. Obviously you can get a lot more power out of those 3-volt 123s.
And it's got a narrow body.
Yes, this is the knurled body. This will be eventually coming as far as the regular P2Xs and P3Xs go, and that's a good look at what it'll look like when we do roll that in. AA Scout Light. So basically, the same form factor as the normal Scout Light, although it is a little bit longer due to the longer length of those AA batteries. Again, you're limited as far as output goes with AA's, so this is 200 lumen output as far as the AA batteries. Moving on, we have the M300C. So same form factor as the previous Mini Scout, just up the output now to 300 lumens. So out of a 3-volt light, that's quite a lot of output. Plenty of light for a rifle or SBR, any type of subgun as well. 2211 Luminox. So you have 2 switches on both sides, depending on how you want to activate it. You hit one switch, you get the high output of 300 lumens. This is using a 10mm faceted reflector that you're going to see on a couple different products here. It gives you a really nice wide beam pattern. A lot of flood, not a whole lot of candela, not a whole lot of distance, but beautiful wide beam pattern. You can hold it down for 3 different output, a low, medium, and a high. Again, if you just hit one button, that's just the high. Very cool product. It's nice to be able to have a hands-free illumination tool with you at all times. There's something to be said for that, I think. You're not going to wear a headlamp around every day, so it's cool to be able to have hands-free illumination that's with you at all times. 2211X. So this is a new product. It's a polymer housing. Uses a disposable 123. The previous 2211s, the 2211, the first one, and also the 2211 Luminox run off of a lithium-ion rechargeable battery. The 2211X, obviously with that disposable battery and the polymer housing, we're able to cut the cost quite a bit. So the price isn't nailed down just yet, but we are going to hopefully put it around the $200 mark. So very excited to have this out. This will allow this very new, outside the box illumination technology, a lot more palatable for most people to try it out. So, moving on to the Titans. So 2 new Titans. This is the Titan A. This runs off that in a loop AAA that I mentioned earlier. I'll give you a quick look at that. So we do have SureFire branded in a loops. The lights are not going to be sold with the chargers, however you can buy them separately. And it does come with the battery. So this particular Titan has a 15 lumen low and 125 lumen high. So 15 lumens, 125. So I should mention, because a couple people have asked, the previous Titans, the older T1A and the actual titanium version had a potentiometer head where you could rotate from 0 to the full output. This one is not like that. This one is simply one output, you turn it on, return to off, and turn it back on to get to the next output. So 125 lumens. This is going to be priced at the $60 mark, $59.99. Again, that 10mm faceted reflector gives you that really nice wide beam pass. So moving on to the next light. This is the Titan Plus. It's the big brother to the Titan A. Obviously the finish is much different. So it's a brass body, bead blasted with a nickel plate finish. Obviously the brass allows us to drive the LED much harder. It's a good heat sink, less resistance for the electronics. So we're getting 300 lumens out of this, which is pretty impressive for this little guy. Obviously off the AAA battery, 300 lumens is ridiculous output. The cool thing about this is you have a removable pocket clip, so a lot of law enforcement like to run in their breast pockets of their uniform. If you don't want the pocket clip, you can unthread the back cap, take the pocket clip off, and put it back on. Not pictured here, there's also a quick detach key ring. So basically it's a plastic coupler that you can have on your keys. You can take the light off your keys, use it for whatever task, and then put it back on the keychain. So it's got some more heft to it. Obviously the brass is a lot more dense. It does feel like a very high quality light. Same 10mm faceted reflector, same in-a-loop battery as in the other Titan. It's going to be priced at $100. As far as availability for the Titans, Titan A is going to be first. That is going to be shipping at the end of February. Titan B, most likely, I'd say March time period, realistically. Moving on, so this is the continuation of the U2, the previous U2 Ultra. This is called the UM2. So it has a new 28mm TIR. This is the only light this currently is being used in, and in my opinion gives one of the best beam patterns I think that we make. It's very nice in that it has a good balance of flood, or corona, as well as the hotspot. So you have the older or different other TIRs where they were designed for candela or distance, but they don't have much flood. And then on the flip side of that, like our headlamp TIRs that are designed strictly for flood, don't have much throw. So this is a really good all-around beam pattern, kind of a do-it-all light. Just like the original U2, it has a 6-position selector ring, so you can go between the different output levels, from 5 lumens all the way up to 600. Also has that same click-type tail cap and a pocket clip. So, moving on, this is the P2X IB for intelligent beam, IntelliBeam. It has a sensor in the bezel. And basically what that does is it takes a reading on the light that's being splashed back towards it. So both the ambient light and the light that it's putting out itself. And it adjusts accordingly. So as you can see, as I back it up, the output goes up. And as I come down, the output goes down. It's a little clearer to see when I go off the counter. So what's nice about that is you never have too much light. For battery life, it'll extend it because it's always giving you the minimum amount required to see the task at hand. Very cool technology. You can also override it if you don't want to be in IntelliBeam mode. You can release it and press again to get the full high output. Between the 5 lumen low and the 600 lumen high, there's 254 settings, so it's a very linear curve as it goes from low to high. Very, very smooth. Moving on, we have the UDR, the Dominator. This was released last year. Obviously, it's our flagship light in that it puts out 2400 lumens out of an LED, so you have the full brightness as soon as you activate the light. Select a ring, multiple settings, as well as a strobe mode. It runs off a lithium-ion rechargeable. You can also pull that out and put in a cartridge that holds 12 123s, 12 pack of batteries. Lastly, we have the R2, the VOC, the R2 Lawman. It runs off an 18650. You can charge it in place with that charging port, or you can take the 18650 out and use it, charge it separately if you'd like. The cool thing about this light is it has this variable output cap. So what it is, basically, is a potentiometer that you can control with one hand. So with your thumb, you can rotate between all the different levels. The button on the back will override to the high always. And then there's also a bezel switch. It has a low, medium, and high. So yeah, another good option for law enforcement. Good rechargeable duty light. Thanks for stopping by. For more information, please check out our website, SureFire.com.